You know what? Just in case, I'm going to create a hard save there. Use the terminal. Master control terminal. Plant status. This access report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Emerald Vale geothermal plant operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to Edgewater Saltuna Cannery and the Botanical Laboratory. Warning, structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. Redirect power. Warning, safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate or severe structural damage. Warning, redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Are you sure you wish to continue? Continue. Power currently distributed. Redirecting power. Redirect power to Botanical Laboratory. Power successfully redirected to the Botanical Laboratory. Edgewater power regulator is now safe to remove. Botanical Laboratory power regulator is now operating at optimal capacity. Additional structural damage detected. Permanent power failure detected in Edgewater. Blatant disregard for Spacer's Choice property has been logged. Please report yourself to the designated supervisor for immediately reprimand. Thank you for serving Spacer's Choice family. Exit. There we go. Here comes the power. Direct the power. Deserter's reputation increased. And Spacer's Choice reputation decreased. How much reputation have I actually lost with Spacer's Choice for that? Reputation. Oh! Okay. Yeah. They're still very revering of me. Oh, I've just completely destroyed your way of life and crippled your cannery, but yeah, no, they still love me. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. Why not? Oh, vending machine. Advanced defense helmet. Whoever said the best advanced defense? Ooh. How expensive are these? Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of them. Yes, it's Spacer's Choice, whatever. 17, 10. Yep, we'll put. Oh, look at me! That's awesome! Oh, yeah. Aha. Cool. Okay. Now what do I do? Journal. Return to Reed. You delivered Edgewater's power to the Botanical Lab. Reed must be furious. Yeah, I'm going to guess that's a big yes. That. Do. Well, it doesn't look like there's much screaming and gnashing of teeth at the minute. If anything, looks pretty much the same. Ah, I'm guessing he's now in the basement. Yeah. Hello.
You wanna know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
To teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Let's see. Adelaide had the right idea. You're all slaves to Spacer's Choice. Life's full of betrayals. You're a horrible person in use of everything coming to you. Adelaide had the right idea. One or two. Da, 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 da. I don't know. Do live off their own backs or freedom? You're all slaves to space's choice.
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Autosave. I think that's the one the most recent. Let's try this again. Oh, right, that's a new shortcut I didn't know. Edgewater, accept. Good for good for all that ails you. Yeah, I didn't like the way that conversation line was going. Even after I selected, I was thinking, that's a dickish thing to say, isn't it? Plus, they never asked to be liberated. Come to think of it, they're all just brainwashed anyway. But you know what? Yeah, I'm going with option 1.
You want to know what gets my vibe? Edgewater, I never knew.
To teach you a lesson.
Is that right?
Adelaide had the right idea.
Adelaide? Adelaide wants nothing more than to see this town suffer. To see me suffer. All you've done is satisfied her hatred. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Sorry about this, Reed. What is going to happen to Edgewater? Yeah, intimidate.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
Oh, cool. Wow, I leveled up really quickly there. Yeah. Dialogue. Tech. Ranged. Leadership. Actually, I'll put a couple in leadership. Over in dialogue. Maybe another in tech. And another in ranged. Yep. And perks. Okay, which perk do we want this time? XP from companions? Or TTD? TDD seems to be working a bit better for me now. So I'm thinking carry capacity plus 50 kilograms as well. That's quite nice. One, two, three, yeah. Crit chance from companions, less 25. I don't need to worry about durability loss. I'm able to fix them in the field. You know what? I'm going to go for the XP from companion kills. Yeah, go with that. Okay.
Stand down, all of you. We're done.
Wonder is, do I have anything to... I doubt I have anything listed from that conversation. Oh, well, I'm guessing the intimidate was tell your guards to stand down. I don't want to damage any damage to come to the regulator or them to get blood on the regulator or something. Well, that works because it means I don't have to kill a single person. Pick up the regulator. Cool. Return to the unreliable. I don't think there's anything else I need to do, is there? Oh, sealed. Alright. Sealed. Talk.
You and I have got nothing more to say to each other.
Okay, farewell. What do these people have to say then?
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is aware of your concerns and remains committed to guiding Edgewater into prosperity.
Yeah, bugger off. Oh, I can go to his office now. Oh, wait. That might have done it.
I put my whole life in that cannery. You must be very proud.
Nope, can't go to his office. Fine.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion
Okay, right, well, I'm not going back to my ship just yet. I'll go to the botanical lab and see Adelaide. Do 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 do. Hey, Adelaide.
Do you hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
You really have it in for Reed.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick.
Ah.
We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
At least she's got it. Well, hate the town all you want, but it won't bring your son back.
Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
A lot more mouths to feed.
Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
I didn't do this for you. I'm trying to repair my ship. Between your camp and Reed's cannery, yours is the better way of life.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Fair enough. Come to think of it.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Talk later. Right. Journal. Stranger in a strange land. So, just have to return to the unreliable now. Back to the landing site. Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. Prefabricated living. Yeah. Okay. Hi there. Now we play the game of can I pronounce your username without making myself look like a fool? Aisha Strike X? Am I right? Probably not. I'm useless at pronouncing names. And yeah, I'm glad. I'm loving this game. Outer Worlds is brilliant. Reminds me of Fallout New Vegas, but oh yeah, oh thanks. Hi, yeah, I thought I'd probably pronounced that wrong. Aisha. Trust Twitch to always give me tongue teasers in the simplest of ways. Isha, Strike X. Fair enough.
Is this
Oh.
your ship? Oh
Yes.
my God, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Okay, one, we've walked past this ship before. Why didn't you say that then? Two, how did you just teleport and free? Hold on. Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I think that's a yes. What's the option? The cabin, are you... You just met me. Why would you want to go to space with a stranger?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I had my misgivings about Miss McDevitt and the deserters, but you took pity on them and sent power to their garden even though you knew Mr. Thompson would hate you for it. All this time, you've been determined to get your regulator back, get your ship up and running, and cut a path out of this place. And well, I won it.
I can see why she's your favourite character. I must admit, it's early days in this game for me, but she's great. To be honest, I like all the characters in this game. Well, there's some I like, and some I like to hate. But like I said, this is still the tutorial area basically, so we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's plenty more I'm going to run across. I haven't found the girl from the trailers yet. I'm going to guess she is probably going to be in the next area we get to. I'll be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Oh, I love her, she's brilliant.
Where are we headed?
We'll talk later. Okay, so I didn't get to open up much more dialogue with her, but sure. Onwards to the mighty Unraya. Try that again. Oh, hello, Vicar.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yep, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me talk to you first.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged.
Oh, you were walking away to...
What's
never mind.
occupying your thoughts?
I'd like to know about the people I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it? Oh, were they not religious? Yeah, why were you so passionate?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Weren't they proud that when their son became a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
If you don't follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Let's see, seems quite trusting of you. Tell me again about the book we picked up. Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Well, I could tell you, but, well... I'm a thrill seeker. Yeah, well, let's see if he thinks I'm crazy as well. I'm a colonist of the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
Pumped me full of chemicals and then shot me into this planet. He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Just because it feels like the right thing to do, to be honest.
A commendable attitude.
Coming up at, Any idea where we can find someone who speaks French in the colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay, sounds like a good lead. Where do we find him?
That's a good question.
Uh-oh.
We should start on the Groundbreaker.
Ah.
It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Oh. Okay, right. I was worrying about this. Not worrying, wondering, even. A lot of this follows the same ilk as Fallout New Vegas. Not that I'm complaining, because I loved that game as well. But in New Vegas, you unlocked bits of your companion's story and their eventual ending by taking them to specific places. Now, I want, and similar with Fallout 4, where people you with either liked you for doing something or disliked you from doing something. So I was curious with this game how they were going to do it. And I'm starting to think, and I might be wrong here, I'm starting to think it might be similar to Mass Effect 2. And I like that because Mass Effect 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. So if it is a case that I just talk to them and I unlock their quest lines, oh, this is going to be good. Right, so, how will how is it the simple vicar happens to be such a skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Ah. How will the crew manifest help us track down your friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Anything to you to
Something
say?
you need?
We'll talk later. Okay.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Not creepy at all. Thank you, Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Engineering? Yes, there we go. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. I'm curious also if I went for the zero intelligence route, what the answer, what my response to that would be. I don't know. What's an engine? Up we go. There is our regulator. Install regulator. Huzzah! There we go.
Where are we headed?
Good question. Don't know. Let's go find out. Jump. Yeah, that's okay. I'm back.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Installed the power
All
regulator.
systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Well then, make it so. Off we go. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
That's okay, I need to go to the Groundbreaker anyway. Why do I need the nav key to land on a planet? Slow down, you're asking me to get involved with the black market. Or I could put a couple of light years between me and Halcyon. Why do I need a nav key?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and
Oh.
almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
Fun.
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys called Kelly.
Okay. Fine. I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Interesting. You want to explain what this holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned the thing has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example.
Okay.
Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Yeah, I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Cool. Okay, well, first things first, we're going to do a hard save. We'll have to continue this next time. I'll leave that running. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but time has moved on, and I'm afraid I must go my way as you must go yours. But we've made some pretty good progress. We're finally off the first world. We've destroyed the cannery. We've saved the colony. And the unreliable flies again. So, we're all said and done. All that's left for me to say is, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button. But the decision will always be yours. And, well, if you ever missed any of the streams, past streams mainly, then you can find a link to the YouTube archive down in the section down below. There I've uploaded all my streams from our early days of our Kingdom Hearts run to our 100+ episodes of Fire Emblem Free Houses and all the most of the previous episodes of The Outer Worlds. I upload there every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I stream here live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock GMT and 2 o'clock every Saturday at 2 o'clock GMT rather. Might not be doing that this Saturday, it depends on what work I have to do, but if it's not an afternoon stream, it's definitely going to be an evening stream, which you can find in my Twitter, which is also linked down below. There's the usual shilling all said and done, so with that, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Vortex. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Outer Worlds. Man, I'm loving this game. And as always, I hope you all have a beautiful evening, morning or afternoon, wherever it is around the globe you are. And until our paths next cross again, well, I'll see you all next time.